Good afternoon. Today we will look at prepositions of location for the streets. These prepositions are used to tell the location of places on the streets. Before we start, let's talk about what prepositions of location are and what they do. So, what are prepositions? Prepositions are words expressing the relationship between other words. A preposition and its following noun make a prepositional phrase. For example, on 8th Street. On is a preposition. 8th Street is the noun. On 8th Street is a prepositional phrase. Prepositions of location come before noun expressions for place. 8th Street is a noun expression for place. It's a place. Now, what do prepositions of location do? Well, these prepositions tell us where, that is a place, a person or an object is, such as a party, or happens or occurs, such as happen. For example, the party happens on 8th Street. The party is the object, happens is the action, on 8th Street is the place. Let's look at a quick overview of the prepositions of location. Okay, so there are 5 prepositions of location for streets. These are frequently used when giving directions and the location of places on the streets. The first one is on. We use on when the location is a street. Second is next to. We use next to when the location or the place is beside the location. Beside. We use between when the place is in the middle of 2 locations. We use across from when the place is crossing a street. We use on the corner of where 2 streets cross. Let's look at some expanding examples. All of these expanding examples will answer the question, where's the bank? So, where is the bank? First, let's talk about on. Remember, we use on when the location is a street. For example, on 8th Street. For example, the bank is on 8th Street. Common street types are way, such as Washington Way. For example, he works on Washington Way. Road, for example, Roberts Road. The concert is on Roberts Road. Avenue, for example, Adams Avenue. The school is on Adams Avenue. And Boulevard, Baker Boulevard. For example, the coffee shop is on Baker Boulevard. Now let's talk about next to. We use next to when the place is beside the location. For example, next to the bus stop. For example, the bank is next to the bus stop. Now let's talk about between. We use between when the place is in the middle of 2 locations, a location A and a location B. For example, between the bus stop and the museum. For example, the bank is between the bus stop and the museum. Now let's talk about across from. We use across from when the place is crossing a street. For example, across from the bus stop. Across from the bus stop. For example, the bank is across from the bus stop. Now let's look at on the corner of. We use on the corner of where 2 streets meet, a street A and a street B. For example, on the corner of Adams Road, street A, and 8th Street, street B. On the corner of Adams and 8th Street. For example, the bank is on the corner of Adams and 8th Street. Now let's look at some 10-second practice exercise. In these practice exercises, you will have 10 seconds to choose the correct preposition to use. Okay, let's start. So which preposition fits in the blank? Her birthday party is Bush Boulevard, Roosevelt Road. Okay, her birthday party is on the corner of Bush Boulevard and Roosevelt Road. We have a Street 1, Bush Boulevard, and a Street B, Roosevelt Road. And they cross and they make a corner. Okay, next. Okay, which preposition fits in the blank? The coffee shop is the supermarket. Okay, the coffee shop is across from the supermarket. Here, the coffee shop is crossing the street you can get to the coffee shop. So across from the supermarket. You have to cross the street from the supermarket to the coffee shop. Next. Which preposition fits in the blank? He runs Walker Way. He runs on Walker Way. Walker Way is a road. The action happens on this road. So on Walker Way. Remember, on plus street. Okay, which preposition fits in the blank? The bus stop is the laundromat and the grocery store. The bus stop is between the laundromat and the grocery store. We have two places, and the bus stop is in the middle of the laundromat and the grocery store. Okay, which preposition fits in the blank? The museum is the coffee shop. The museum is next to the coffee shop. Here, the museum is beside, is next to the coffee shop. Okay, next. Which preposition fits in the blank? The man works the coffee shop. The man works across from the coffee shop. We have his workplace and the coffee shop. In the middle is a road. We cross the road to the coffee shop. So he works across from the coffee shop. Okay, which preposition fits in the blank? The bus stop is Sunny Road. Here, the bus stop is on Sunny Road. The location is a road, so we say on Sunny Road, on street. Okay, let's do a quick review. Remember that we use on when the location is a street. For example, the bank is on 8th Street. We use next to when the place is beside the location. For example, the bank is next to the museum. We use between when the place is in the middle of two locations. For example, the bank is between the school and the museum. We use across from when the place is crossing a street. For example, the bank is crossing across from the bus stop. The bank is across from the bus stop. And we use on the corner of where two streets cross. For example, the bank is on the corner of Art Road and First Street. Well, that concludes this presentation. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, please email me. And you can find all of my images at publicdomainvectors.org. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in class.